Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back for another new Devin Vlog. Yep, another brand new Devin Vlog speaking. So, before we start on with a new Devin Vlog here, is that we, on the other hand, are going to get right into is what is my favorite top 10 NFL teams? Yep, that's right. And I mean, that's right. Top 10, man, top 10. As I did say back from number 5 exactly of top 5, this time we're going to bring in the top 5 and smash it into top 10. So, as in for this example, as I hope you guys consider enjoying this video, be sure to give this one a like, comment, subscribe to the bell to be notified, and without that being said, well, hope you guys actually do like this, by the way, with the top 5 and 10. So without most likely that being said, everyone, let's get straight ahead into this video and let's get right in with this of a new Devin vlog. So anyway, with that being said here, let's do this in 3, 2, 1, and let's do this. So, as if you guys were paying attention on the last one, of course, of top 5, exactly what my favorite teams were on 5 exactly, well, we were just about to consider going back on the first one all the way now to 10, not 5 anymore. So, yes, the Seahawks were definitely my favorite team because, of course, they were my favorite team, like they were like the number 1 team that I still liked, but yes. Clearly or not that the Seahawks were always number one. They were number one of my favorite team, but even if they lost in certain times not to win every Super Bowl game, which they've already did tried exactly like almost 2 wins, I think, 2 or 3, which I didn't really know, but 2 or 3 that kind of actually fits. But as in for now, hopefully, like I said, the Seahawks would stay as my favorite team, but if the Seahawks always lose, well, I'm just going to say I would rather pick a secondary team that could do pretty well better and do a good replace for Seahawks, which I'm not saying is a bad thing. I'm saying that the Seahawks have been a fan since I'm a true Seahawks fan. So yes, again, that yes, I'm a true Seahawks fan. So, as and without that being said, let's get into the secondary of number 2. So, let's get right ahead in this one. So, as I did say, and I have true doubts on this point, is that, yep, I say again that the Houston Texans are definitely my secondary team. My favorite secondary. Just saying is if I would rather just say the Houstons would actually be a good example. Houston, Texas, or Texas Houstons, or whatever. Like, again, it's going to get a little tricky for me to say all that. But still, I got to say for the Houstons, yeah, the Houstons are a great team, actually. I think the Houstons could actually do pretty good, but I've never heard of them winning a Super Bowl before, or if they actually did win, which, again, don't say that. I'm like to say is, oh, I'm a guy who needs to know all most of the winning teams who actually won Super Bowls. Yeah, well, as I said again, I'm only making guesses. Only making guesses, but not judging. Just not the judge. But only I'm saying is for the Houstons, yeah, I gotta say they're like, their amazing, logo. Their amazing logo, like there's like a ram or a bull or like that, like a Texas bull, actually kind of looks pretty good. Actually, I just kind of like the way how it was all blue and red. I mean, I kind of liked how that was interesting. But yeah, interesting name. And I mean, interesting name for Houston's, though. Interesting name that I'll actually give myself to add for credit. So, as I would say, everyone, is that, yep, I have definitely have chosen my secondary team, which I have to say what my secondary is the Houstons. Because, I'm just saying the Houstons are definitely my second favorite team for now. So, for once again, everyone, hope you guys enjoyed that. And let's get right into number 3. All right, so as in for the next one is the Saints. Well, again, on my top 3 exactly, I'm going to say is the New Orleans Saints, which again, if you guys actually do or don't know, if that I got trouble a little bit with the speaking of which of the name that is, well, no worries guys, just no worries. So anyway, yep, the New Orleans Saints, or I'm just gonna say just Saints. So yeah, the Saints are definitely my number three favorite exactly on the team exactly of NFL. So that's what I might kind of give is the Saints. So yeah, definitely the Saints. So the Saints are actually a great team, a great possibility, and I can't believe they even won against the Falcons, which I mean that's pretty impressive. I mean, not gonna lie from those guys. I mean, they really did a very impressive job for beating the Falcons on that match. Nice job for them, I guess. I would give them a round of applause for man, 45. Like, wow, that was a big record for scoring 45. But okay, that's actually something to improve with that. Like 45, like damn, to the Saints though. I mean, just good golly for them. So, as in for number four, we have here is the Dolphins, Miami Dolphins. So, as in for this example, is that, yep, the Dolphins I'll have to add and give exactly is that, well done, I have to say. Well done for the Dolphins. I mean, the Dolphins did got pretty far, I think, a little bit farther, but, I think I'll give the Dolphins amount of a thumbs up for them, like saying is the Miami Dolphins which they could have been doing super well. But yeah, I'll actually give credit for the Dolphins that did pretty well, actually very decent well. So, as I could actually say, and for much many more, is that congratulations for the Dolphins that got a little farther, but maybe they could have gotten farther in a different way of precision of trying to get right ahead into different places. But that's where I might say is the Dolphins ends up in my fourth spot exactly on my fourth spot exactly of top four. So yeah, I think I'll have to say that they'll end up in the top four exactly for my my prediction of say my favorite teams exactly for what team it is for like what I like exactly, much more likely. So that's what I might have to say for top four. But now let's get into the next one of number five, that is the Browns. So, as in for number five, we have is the Cleveland Browns. Yep, number five is definitely the favorite of my top five is the Cleveland Browns. Because I should say, the Cleveland Browns has like a good reign into it. A very good, interesting name. Like even heck, I'd say most likely they even did like a great job, I think. I'm just only doing guessing, but I have to say Cleveland Browns are actually a great team, which I actually will still appreciate. So, yep, the Cleveland Browns are an interesting team and a very more likely, a very good team in my opinion. Very great team. Oh yeah, as in for that next number is the Colts. So, what did I actually pick the Colts on number 6? So, as in for the Colts, I have to say that, I like the color. Like, I have to say the color was pretty bit genius. That actually is blue, so I have to say that I kind of like the interesting name of the Colts, which I have to say, not gonna lie, but yeah, the Colts definitely end up on number 6, on top 6, by the way, like 1 through 10. So, yeah, I think the Colts end up on number 6, which clearly I say that the Colts are actually an amazing team, which I'll say give or take exactly, which the Colts are a very good looking team. And also the name I'll have to give saying is, wow, the name I have to say, respect. Very respect of the name. Just respect of the name of the Colts. Very respect of the name. So, as in for this little excitement on number 7, we have here is the Cowboys. Yep, number 7 is definitely on the next prediction. So, why did I add the Cowboys for 7? Well, let's just say the Cowboys were absolutely an alrightish team, exactly, which I still have to say that they were a bit of an alright team, which, again, Cowboys would have been pretty close to get out of the 49ers, but still, I mean, completely the point there, by the way, is that I actually will say is not have less hate on Cowboys, but just have to say on a different matter of speech is that, yeah, the Cowboys pretty much deserve to be on top 7 exactly of my favorite teams. So, yeah, they deserve to probably be on 7. So, I think that's what I might give is for them to be on 7. Next to the Colts exactly. So, I think that's where that's going to go. So, yeah, the Cowboys are an all white team. I think I would have an interesting question and say about the Cowboys is like, is the Cowboys even like near to Houston exactly, known as Texas? Which I mean, it kind of actually is the same thing, but very interesting, same name. Which I mean, still say the word with Texas, but still a bit of an interesting name, which I could still appreciate that. So. Once again, everyone, I have to say is hope you guys consider enjoying most of that, by the way. And now let's definitely get right ahead to number 8. So here comes top 8 of 10. So let's get right to the next one. So this interesting thing came to my head is like saying is, why did I choose the Jacksonville Jaguars? Well, as in for Jaguars, I do say Jaguars got pretty well and so very interesting a little bit how far they've gotten exactly. I mean, Jaguars could have had a really great shot by that year exactly of this 2024 thing of the playoffs, which I have to say, give or take exactly for the Jaguars, they had a great point and they had a great run while they were actually trying to like get ahead of most teams exactly, which I'll say not gonna lie for the Jaguars, but good score I think. I mean good score for Jaguars. Yeah, like really, Jaguars had a really great time, which they seriously almost had like a great time that they were trying to get there, but except a few of the losses that they came right to get Jaguars though, but I'll still appreciate to the day for how Jaguars even got that far and got that close of doing pretty well in the Super Bowl, which I'll still say is nice, well done. I mean, very nice, well done there. So, anyway, well, without most likely that still being yet again said, everybody, is that, well, the Jaguars had a great time and always had been. So, again, thank you all very much for enjoying pretty much on from 1 all the way to 8. But now we're going to get to for the last two exactly. And there might be a prize that I might give you guys a prize for whatever the extra one's going to be, which that might be 11, but who knows. So let's get to the next one. So I'm gonna say this might give me a little bit amount of immunity exactly for like however the Panthers. I know that Panthers kind of sucked at that year, in 2024, which I didn't expect why that Panthers were losing all the years, considering again with Cardinals exactly, which Cardinals and Panthers were at the chopping block since they were both at the chopping block. So the only thing why I'm gonna have to give Panthers a bit less and bigger credit for them, even if they lost exactly, that was Panthers. Well, just wanted to say that Panthers had a great time and a great run, even if they lost a few times exactly from stronger, similar teams. But I might have to give the Panthers a big, strong hand exactly, even if they deserve to be up a 9 exactly on, of course, on top 9. So, yeah, they kind of deserve to be on 9 exactly, unlike pretty much most likely anything else. But, I got to give to the Panthers where they're going to have to be at 9. So, that might be my next prediction that Panthers will be my number 9 favorite exactly. So, as without that most likely being said for the Panthers, well, here comes number 10, and let's see what ten's gonna have to say for the author or whatever. But again, correct me if I'm wrong if that's the next case exactly, but whatever. Here comes number 10. Anyway, so as I was barely saying, is that yeah, there wasn't going to be an 11th secret, by the way, of me saying so, but I think this is going to be just number 10 exactly, is about me talking about is what is my last and favorite team of number 10? Well, the number 10 thing exactly is number 10 is Titans. Well, why did I say Titans? Well, the reason why did I say Titans, by the way, is because, well, the only thing why I'd say about Tennessee Titans exactly is that, well, gotta say that the Titans are actually bit of a good team, with that fiery ball exactly, of something pretty interesting of that exactly. Interesting way how I actually be saying impressive way for the Titans, which I'd say is cool. Very cool for Titans.